on?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay, we're on. All right, quiet. Hey, y'all quit having fun and laughing, okay? All right, here we go. Oh, I thought the bow was attached, so it's just laying around.
It was just laying around.
I thought we didn't have bows on. I thought our production manager done.
I was wondering about that too. I saw you had a little bow on.
I'll use that bow when I get. Boy, I hope the official HBO Christmas hats.
Like I said,
they're little. I don't think they're
all right. I got another.
That looks good, boy.
We both got toboggans on.
And are we plugging HBO?
I don't know. Are we plugging HBO? Did you sign up for cable? That sounds a little ridiculous as to say it.
I think we can't fit it on my big head. I think we.
Well, we probably got to take our original stocking caps.
Oh yeah,
off.
we don't want to do that. Okay.
We don't want to do that.
Okay, so first Christmas edition.
First Christmas edition.
Okay. Hey, this how you do when you graduate, boy?
Yeah, you turn the tassel back.
Okay, here we go. All right, quiet on set. Here we go.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the mission of Dad. You don't work, you wrestle.
Okay, boy.
You hear the claps. You know what time it is.
Yes.
George, how was your weekend?
Bullet, thank you so much. I want to be the first one. I think I did it last week, but who cares? I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I'm sure we just got 4 lawsuits against us for saying it, but I do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Bullet. Yes. We maybe get this one and maybe one more quick episode in before Santa Claus comes. He may even be a special guest here. We don't know, Bullet. But anyway,
drop off some coal and then get out of here.
And you know what I think is so neat, Bullet, and they killed it for a long time, but the Salvation Army bell ringers are starting to make a little comeback. They've had more comebacks than me and Terry Funk.
You say that. No, you finish your story and I'll throw in a little story.
But I'm still, I don't know, I think it's just the bell thing gets me a little bit in the spirit, but they still are not allowed inside the stores. I don't know if that's the same feeling, but they are outside in the cold ringing the bell. So maybe even me put a few dollars in the bucket. So,
I actually have seen the opposite. Oh. I actually saw a Salvation Army guy inside of a mall.
Dang.
No lie. Now, it was right in the middle of the food court, and it was outside of a JCPenney's.
Was he supposed to be there? I guess.
Well, he was sitting there, and like I understand maybe ringing a bell the whole time in the middle of the food court, people trying to enjoy their lunch in the middle of this mall. I understand maybe that, but I'd appreciate your Salvation Army people doing something like, hey, donate or something as people walk by.
Yeah, they don't say a word. That's
or just a little tinky bell or just something small. Nothing. I don't expect them to sit down like this with a toothpick like this and then point at the bucket. Yeah. I'd expect them to do a little bit more. When me reaching into my wallet is more work than what you're doing for the money that
I agree with that.
That I'm paying for, then
we need you to be. Tell me if I'm right, but we need you to be Salvation Army-ish, but with a little Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant.
Yeah, like
twist,
like
okay?
when Jimmy Valiant does more work than you do. Yeah. That's it.
If you walk by his table, something's going to happen.
He's gonna say hey. He's gonna say hi to you. Hey, he's gonna do something.
That's exactly right.
He's not gonna sit there with a toothpick and then point at the bucket. I don't even know if he pointed at the bucket. Yeah. I may be over-exaggerating the story, but I'm not exaggerating the toothpick.
Well, we sure. I don't even know if that may not even have been the Salvation. Oh, it probably just came in and set his little gimmick table up. It's probably a wrestler. That's all I'm saying, Bullet. But with all that being said, we want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, Bullet. I'm so excited about it. One of my favorite times of the year. It'll be out of here before you know it, so if we can just hold on for a few more days. But with all that being said, I had a great week, Bullet. Went out to, this past Saturday, went out to Clayton. Clayton Fitness out there in Clayton, North Carolina again. Lewis Moore ran a big show out there. Had a great little house, and of course it's always fun for me to see Shane Douglas, one of my favorite guys in the world. I almost had him. I wanted him to take my book to the ring, but I didn't have him to throw it down. Oh, boy, dang.
This is the greatest book of all time.
Yes, exactly.
Dad, can you see me now?
Wouldn't that have been great if there would have been time? Oh, we will do that next year. That's one of my bucket lists, is to have Shane Douglas put my book over and then throw it down.
Exactly.
So we're going to work on that, but got to see him. Of course, got to see Cody Hall, who, believe it or not now, and everybody's kind of used to this, it was different for me, he is now wrestling barefooted. That little scoop. He loves the Von Erichs. We talked a lot about the Von Erichs, and he loves the Von Erichs. And I'm just impressed that anybody can do that. I can't even walk on feathers barefooted myself, but it was neat to see him still. I had a had a good little match. Steve Carino, again, a lot of our good friends out there. C.W. Anderson was there, and of course Kevin Sullivan. who I got to spend some time with. So it was kind of neat. Wishing the devil Merry Christmas. That's all I'm saying, Bullet. You have reached your point in wrestling when you can wish the devil Merry Christmas. Yes. That's all I'm saying. So great show, Bullet. Had a great time. And of course sold some books and just had a great time. And I want to thank everybody for coming out to that event. And of course this week, going right along the giving theme, not Salvation Army giving thing, but fundraiser giving thing, is this coming Friday. Of course, I will be in Lawndale, North Carolina, which is like Burns Middle School. It's one of those annual things we do every year. That will be Friday night, and it's always a huge success. The school gets behind it. All the proceeds go to the Christmas for the children and stuff like that. So that'll be Friday, and of course Christmas night. Of course, I'm gonna plug it real hard next week in Kings Mountain, their annual big show there at the National Guard Armory. So a lot of stuff coming up, even at the holidays. I had someone ask me today, you know, y'all wrestle on Christmas night, and I just remind them, of course they don't know what I'm talking about, but that used to be Crockett's, you know, not the Crockett Kings Mountain, the same thing, but that used to be Crockett's biggest night. Bullet, as you know, we wrestled twice on Christmas Day, believe it or not. Greenville at 2 o'clock, and then to the Charlotte Coliseum, which always was sold out. And it works. Time that, you know, families have been together all day. By Christmas night, they're ready to, they hate each other, they're ready to get out of the house. So we're hoping they come to the Armory in Kings Mountain. Already had a couple emails this past week, since I didn't have the poster, but we plugged Seagrove last week, and of course it's coming back up. Our annual big Seagrove. We're going to be a lot of hopefully first time. Some of the students here at Rings Training School, Georgetown Training School, will be getting their debut if they sell tickets. There's always a catch, boy.
Can't give away tickets.
Oh my gosh, yes. Thank you for experiencing that event with me, boy. Of course, that guy made one of our first idiot bags, was that guy from last week. I mean, from last year. But Seagrove's coming back up, the annual 4 years for me. This will be the 4th year since it came back in and just kind of reborn this whole thing from all the mess that had happened. And we're hoping for a great, it's a fundraiser for the girls softball team. So a lot going on, especially here at the holidays, Bullet. First of the year will be here. And then we'll turn around and do it all over again. So thank you folks, a lot of congratulations on our 100th episode. A lot of people couldn't believe it, Bullet, but anyway, a lot of people said he's going to start praying for you. For some reason, I don't know what they meant by that, Bullet, but anyway, just a great time. A lot of season stuff coming up, Bullet. So, and one more thing, before we hit to the idiot bag, I'm going to throw 2 in there this week. I had someone did ask me, wanted us to just comment on the Freight Train DVD. A lot of them said they were going to order it for Christmas, stuff like that. And I said, oh, it's there. It's there. If they want it, it's doing real good. So I just want to put a quick plug in.
My inner George South actually has been talking to me the last couple of days.
Oh, I love that.
Not in a good way. It's been yelling at me. It's been yelling at me over and over again because I went out of my way to enter the documentary into some film festivals. A lot of them in North Carolina and a couple of places I'd kind of like to go to. So if they got accepted, I would like to go to them. Now,
I kind of got goosebumps for a minute.
I don't know if you know this or not, but film festivals cost money just to enter.
Oh, I did not know that. That's why. Now I know why I ain't never did one.
Now you see why there's not a lot of like people that do documentaries and stuff like that they entered them. Because it gets expensive.
I know that's a good point. I never thought like that.
There's a large amount of money that has gone in my bank account, and inside I keep hearing a voice that sounds a lot like your voice that screams at me because I feel beside myself. And when I say I'm beside myself, I mean that person over here is yelling at me in your voice going, "Oh, Bullet, don't you understand? Coal costs money. Where you gonna put your stocking? You know what you're gonna do is on Christmas time."
Don't you know all them festivals are at work?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what's happening in my head right now. Luckily, everybody's been telling me I'm investing in myself and I'm investing in a worthwhile project, and there's a bit of prize money, and for sure, if I win anything, Freight Train will most certainly, get a cut of that because it is his life story and he should be compensated for that. I wish sales were a little bit better and I could give him some money from the sales, but right now I don't even know if we're in the black yet.
Right, exactly.
After all the shipping costs for the Kickstarter, we are still. I mean, it's got a good buzz. It was a big production. There's a little bit of buzz, but at the same time too, it's not going as well as I would have liked.
Right.
But everybody that I know have seen it have liked it and loved it. So that is at least encouraging. But as far as the sales and the distribution of it, to say that I'm happy with it would be a far stretch from how I feel.
Right.
So I feel like this message should get out there too.
Because that was a big. I mean, I don't think people realize the overtaking and that whole thing.
Well, I mean, it's a great story, and I want that story out there too. But at the same time, too, I don't want it to just. I mean, what do you want me? I don't want to just put it out there on YouTube and then spit in the face of all the people that paid the money to get the documentary. I think that would be completely insulting to the paying customers and the people that enabled Freight Train to go to the
That's right. So it's still very, very available.
You can get it as low as $5 on DIY.
Yeah.
DIY Wrestling and Vimeo.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like you're breaking the bank.
That's exactly
You can
right.
own it as a download for $10.
Yeah.
On highspots.com, highspots.tv, DIY. You can get all of it for as low as $10 and even $5.
Wow.
So I mean, it's not like I'm asking everybody to break the bank on anything.
And it's like I've always said, most people, you go out there and you spend that at McDonald's. You know that.
And as far as like the DVD goes, it's a 2-disc set, man. It's $20.
Yeah.
But you get yourself a $5 wrestling show. You get the entire feud between me and Freight Train, and you get the documentary and some bonuses. So.
And the whole bottom line is, like we've said, it is a great story. It ain't something that's made up.
No.
You know, we don't tell Freight Train to be nice or to act nice just to sell a DVD. This is a true, amazing story on a great guy, as we've always said. Bullet, just a tremendous guy.
Like I said, I just wish the sales and the distribution would be just a little bit better than what it is.
But
so
good.
Hopefully with these film festivals and stuff like that, we'll get some traction.
Because it could, you know, we're sitting there, we may joke about it, but I'm telling you, something like that could set that thing off. I mean, honestly,
I'm hoping
with
so.
the connections like that.
I'm hoping that pushes this thing forward into something very special.
And see, boy, in a way, I know I'm there on your shoulder yelling at you and stuff like that, but this little side over here that fits on side, he didn't stick around too long. But this little guy over here is actually excited about you taking that lump, taking that step, because this old fart probably would have never done that, and I may have missed out on a few things in my illustrious career for not taking that step that you just took. So one side of me is excited, the other side's still yelling.
Yes. Oh, he's still yelling. Trust me.
He's still yelling. He's still yelling. But with all that being said, Bullet, before we get off here, we do have two special guests to go into the idiot bag this week. Bullet, you know, the business is bad enough. I'm just telling you, Bullet. We're trying to hang on. We're trying to hang on to sometimes the sinking ship. But you know, this past week in Clayton, and this guy I never met before in my life, but sometimes it just hits you in the face and you realize how far this business has I don't know if I can say
this society
gone.
Sometimes even
Oh
too.
yes, exactly. So this was more of a society idiot than it is a wrestler's idiot.
Okay.
But for this gentleman, not just to come to my gimmick table, but step behind my table, and I didn't want to get his name, but he approached me and let me know that the last time that I was in Clayton, I insulted his kids. And he loved it. Now, he didn't tell me nothing about his poor kids that I supposedly insulted. Okay. And so this gentleman, he actually came out and asked me, could I insult his kids again? And oh my gosh, that made me not want to insult them. Okay, that made me want to insult him. Boy, so anyway, I'm throwing the dad, okay, not the kids, because they didn't have nothing to do with it. Okay, they're just over there still crying from when I insulted them 2 months ago. But it just kind of, oh my gosh, once he said that, you don't want to do it. You don't even want to be a bad guy. You don't want to even go to the ring.
It doesn't make it organic anymore.
No, it doesn't. No, almost. It's the awfulest thing in the world. And I felt very stripperish. Does that make sense, Bullet? Request, okay? I want to say, brother, I ain't doing nothing for free, okay? But anyway.
I was thinking more like karaoke DJ, but if you want to go stripper, that's fine. That's fine.
So that dad is the same level, same thing. So that's a very good point. I could have said that, but anyway, so the dad is going in the idiot bag. I don't know if he thought we bonded that first time I insulted his kids or what, but it just kind of, you don't even want to go, I didn't even want to go to the ring after that. I mean, really, I wanted to say, stop. It's a spare of the moment, maybe when I did insult your kid, but with all that being said, the dad will go in the idiot bag, and same town, Clayton was kind of full of idiots that night. Wow. Once this guy come, 5 people, Bullet, 5 people, and I know you get this sometimes too, and I know they don't think, Bullet, but I'm throwing them all in the idiot bag because it was 5 people. 5 separate people come up and ask me about our training center here, okay? Okay. Which I understand, that's not why you're going in the idiot bag. But when I start to just share a little bit with you, consider, and they didn't consider this 3 hours away, one way. It's 3 hours. Chances are you're not going to come to our school. I would love to. But when I start explaining our school to you and you walk away, oh my gosh, my head spun around 5 times. So all 5 of those idiots that asked about our training school, who you can and you know, we all down on our luck sometimes, but the chances are this individual here, Bullet, probably ain't coming to no wrestling school. Just to be honest with you. Bullet, I know time's tough on all of us at Christmas, but anyway, I'm putting all 5 people in idiot bag with the dad that asked
about school. Okay, so we got 6 in here. 6 in here. I'm glad that's heavy duty, American Air lined idiot bag. Exactly. So you better.
But my point is, boy, if you're serious about it, contact us the right way. But
you're going to do it.
That's exactly right. I mean, chances are you're not going to drive 3.5 hours one way. And because if you would have finished letting me tell you about our training school.
All I had to do was look at something on one time. All I had to do was just look something up online. When they were going to be there, I showed up there, check in hand,
exactly right.
And I was in the ring that night.
Because
I had a 2-hour drive.
That's
one
right.
way.
And see, I know there's some that are committed to doing that, but like you said, when we're at our gimmick table, we've got just a small window to sell our stuff. And yeah, that's not really the time if you're going to get if you want a long, drawn-out answer. I'll tell you what, and I'll shut up, is you felt like they were just asking about the school because one of them had his wife with him.
Just
the other one had the girl, his date with him, and you thought, it ain't going to go beyond this. So I was short with all of them is what I'm getting at. So anyway, throw all them in an idiot bag. There is a proper way. If you want this school, you can find this school.
Don't really easy. You show up, you pay your money, you're here. It's
and the reason I said about being short is I heard one of them say, "Well, that was an awful short answer." I heard some smart aleck when he walked off.
That's all you need, though.
That's exactly right.
That's all you need. You don't need another second to think about stuff because the second you think about stuff, that's when the fear, that's when the doubts, that's when everything comes in, and that's when you don't do it.
Because the one guy said, "Well, do it." You know, he I've been thinking about coming to training school, and I said, "Well, we'll do it." And then he kind of
how much you need.
He kind of backed off then. So anyway, I'm happy here. A lot of idiots run around at Christmas. That's all I'm saying, boy. So a lot of idiots, and our bag's full. So anyway, with all that being said, got a great week. Tonight we had a special. I just want to give a shout out to Jeffrey because he ordered the second greatest book ever written. Your autographed copy from Sonny and Cher is on there. It's on its way. So doing good, boy.
Well,
anyway,
if you want to. Go ahead.
Christmas may not be good for anybody else, but it's good for this book. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. Well, if you want to be as cool as Jeffrey,
I love that.
Make sure
our good friend
Jeffrey. Make sure you pick up a copy at highspots.com. And if you want to know more about what I'm doing, what George is doing, follow me at ManScoutMatting on Twitter. So once again, this is George. This is Jake. Thank you again. And
on behalf of HBO, who ain't got nothing to do with us.
On behalf of HBO, make sure you pick up the second greatest book of all time at highspots.com.
Yes. You know, but I think people's going to think we may be moving to HBO. That's what I'm going to get people to think.
I don't think they're going to think that.